Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today after a long week of no uploads. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my internet has reset, I am back, and as promised I will be bringing you daily uploads for this week because it is my reading week, which means that for an entire week we're supposed to be reading, which for once I actually do have to use. I've got 4 essays to do, 2 10-page essays, another 4-page essay, and then like 4 mini 1-page essays. It sucks. Anyways, but I do have enough time to bring you guys some battles, especially since, the last few that I was showing you were just, like, update battles and everything like that, but I've got these trainer cards fully implemented. I've got tons of stuff planned for you guys. I am going to restart Build a Team. I figured, it was a good idea to begin with, and I'm going to try and make it so it's a little bit clearer, so I'm going to be playing around with this camera, fancy doodad stuff. But anyways, today, I am going to be starting off this week with a standard OU match against a person by the name of XO Joseph. You guys might know him. I think he has a YouTube. I will link it. But first, if you guys haven't seen my Valentine's Day uploads, because if you guys know the uploaders Darkwing Ducklet and Zen Darkrai, also known as Poke Envoy now, he has switched channels. I actually did a dual narration with Darkwing Ducklet, and Poke Envoy also has a battle that he did with my Valentine's Day team. I'm going to call it the Valentine's Day Massacre team because they actually were pretty vicious Pokemon for Valentine's Day, but trying to be original. Anyways, I will leave links here at the beginning and at the end of the video for you guys to go check those out. Also, go sub to them. They are excellent battlers if you don't already know that. Anyways, looking at these teams, this was at the time when Sableye was being used a lot, and so was Cloyster. I don't see him as much anymore. Actually, so was Whimsicott. This guy's team is just stuff that used to be used, essentially, in OU a lot. So, I've just got my standard team here. I'm thinking just lead off with the Infernape. I mean, if he leads off with Sableye, I still have my Sash. I can just easily switch out. And I don't want to send in Swampert to try and set up rocks when this Espeon most likely has Magic Bounce. But I'm just going to lead off with Infernape, and now I will see you guys at the battle. Now, there's something you should know about this battle in particular, and that is both of us are going to break through a lot of hacks. I mean, like, we both get extremely lucky with just breaking the odds, like 10-20% stuff happening. So, just keep that in mind as you watch this match, and let's get this started. Like I said, I'm going to lead off with my Infernape, as he actually leads off with his Haxorus. I guess just to start setting up and maybe do as much damage as he can, but nonetheless, I'm just going to go for the Fake Out as always, give him the flinch, and now he's going to set up a Dragon Dance. I guess he's not going to figure out that I have a Sash, so I'm just going to go for the Close Combat because I figured even if he didn't set up, he's most likely going to bring me to a low enough amount of HP that it's not going to matter. So, he's going to bring down my Sash, and I'm just going to go for the Thunder Punch in case he wanted to send something out, or something else out, like Suicune or something like that. But nonetheless, it is going to fall. And now he's going to send the Sableye, and he's going to confuse me, and unfortunately, I am going to hit myself. So, it's not too big of a deal. I left it in to just do as much damage as it possibly could. Now, this part here, this is when it becomes really interesting. He's going to go for the Confuse Ray. My Celebi is going to attempt to set up a Nasty Plot, but instead he confuses me. And now he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, and he hits it. So far, he's doing pretty well. But my confusion ends, so I get the one-turn confusion, which means I get to set up the Nasty Plot. Perfect. Now I'm figuring I might as well set up the +4, just start setting up in this guy's face. He's going to go for another Confuse Ray. I break through, and I get up to +4. And now, pretty much at this point, I'm just going to try and take this thing out as fast as possible. But I see that I'm going first, which means he's going for another attack, which is the Knockoff. Now, this is okay because he knocks off Life Orb, which, allows for survivability, and I'm already at +4. But what he forgets is that he has the priority with Prankster, so when he goes for Confuse Ray, it hits me when I'm already confused, and then my confusion leaves, which is absolutely lucky as heck. So, that was fun. Anyways, he's going to send in his Cloyster, knowing that it has the Sash, and I don't have my rocks up yet. And it actually takes 5 Icicle Spears to take me out without Shell Smash, so he is going to take me out with that, which is okay. Celebi took out the Sableye. That's a threat that I really didn't want living. But now I'm going to send Lucario to go for the Vacuum Wave as he predicts a priority move and goes into Espeon. And this was after I switched out, or switched off Extreme Speed from this special Lucario. But anyways, I'm going to go into Swampert. Now, you might think this is really weird, but for some reason, I forgot that this thing might have Magic Bounce, and I go for Rocks. But the funny thing is, he has the Synchronize, which was, I guess, not so funny as in lucky, because if he had Rocks, or if he had Magic Bounce, that would have been a completely different turn. But he has the Synchronize. I'm just going to let him finish me off so I can go into my Scarfed Gengar and take him out with a surprise Scarfed Shadow Ball, and that'll be a dead Espeon. Now, he's going to go into Cloyster just to die because he figures, you know, I don't know why people do that. I mean, some people should save it just to be switch fodder. But anyways, he's going to send in this Whimsicott, and I'm like, okay, well, let me just send in Lucario because just see what he wants to do. And he actually goes for the Hurricane, and he's got the Life Orb, and that hurt. So I'm just going to go for a Vacuum Wave to get as much damage as possible, which actually does a decent chunk. But he is going to take me out with 2 Hurricanes. Again, extremely lucky that he hit 2 70% chance moves, but I'm just going to send in Gengar now safely, go for the Shadow Ball. He's at a low enough range, because I know his last Pokemon is Suicune, so Shadow Ball is the safest thing to lock myself into. But, at this point I'm figuring this thing is probably pretty bulky, but I get the crit special defense drop. And that sucks for him, because I'm pretty sure he could have taken more hits than that. And those Scalds are doing a lot of damage. And as you guys know, my last Pokemon is Haxorus, so if this thing was a bulky mother fricker, maybe I'm just underestimating or giving too much credit to Suicune, but if it was bulky enough, it probably could have killed me off with an Ice Beam or whatever. But nonetheless, nice short match. That was an excellent match. XO Joseph, comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this first match of the daily uploads for this week. I will be bringing, just to let you guys know, I will be bringing you a Build a Team somewhere in the middle, so I'm guessing maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I have a couple of new teams that I do want to show you guys, and I will be giving updates at the beginning of each match, just not to overload you guys per match. So that, you know, my intros take a lot of time anyways. So I'm glad to be back, though. I'm really happy to be back here. And thank you so much. We're up to 29 subscribers. I'm really happy about that. This is pre-recorded, by the way, so if before Monday we get more, awesome. But thank you so much for hanging in there, everyone. And I promise I will not let you down. Until then, have an excellent day, and see you tomorrow. Peace.